Hey, welcome to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. On this show, we have two wonderful ladies involved in foster care, so don't go away. We'll be back with Rachel and Liz. Feliz Navidad. Welcome to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. I'm your host, Perry Black, and we want to wish you a Feliz Navidad. On our program today, we have Rachel Hubbard, our Daily Operations Director, along with her handsome husband, Billy. And we have Liz Rosso with her also handsome husband, Jose.
Feel like that, yeah.
Yeah, tell him I said that. He cleaned my car for me recently because I parked at your house, and I'm like, I got to go park it back over there sometime.
Yeah.
So tell us about what's happening at Second Chance Youth Ranch Christmas 2024.
Christmas craziness.
Yes.
We are hosting Santa's entire workshop, I think, this year.
Now, why do we need Santa's workshop? Do we have, 10, 12 kids that we're trying to provide Christmas for this year? How many foster kids are at Second Chance Youth Ranch as we speak right here in December of 24?
Right now we have 85 foster children in our care.
How many did we have last Christmas? You have an idea?
I think
Like 50 or 60?
Yeah, like 60 probably.
Yeah.
But we're not just providing gifts for them. We're providing gifts for some, kids who are recently adopted, other children in our community in need. So this year altogether, we're providing a specific Christmas wish list for 150 children.
Get out of town. Mm-hmm. No, don't get out of town. Stay in town. You know, I am absolutely just blown away at what God is doing through lovely, caring people this year.
It is crazy. And, we always start out the season thinking, okay,
how are we going to do
let's
this?
not overpromise our foster parents. Let's not, think too big. We want to be reasonable and appreciative. And then God's like, no, hold on, I got this.
Well, yeah, you keep saying via post. Are you the one who write the posts that just make me cry? Or is that Liz?
No, it's her.
Mostly me.
And you're like, I've been tossing and turning, praying, how are we going to provide just for our 85 children, much less the other 55 or 60? And then God shows up like he did yesterday.
I know, yes, just yesterday. Actually, multiple things yesterday. But for one, we had just gotten several new children in, 10 at once.
10?
And that's a lot.
Wow.
And they come with nothing, And we were sitting at our desk, just trying to organize, how are we going to do Christmas for them? These kids have no clothing even. They have no toys. They have nothing. What are we going to do? And all of our sponsors have already done,
Yeah.
It feels like we've maxed everyone out by now.
Yeah.
And a friend called me just at 8:30, and I said, hello? And she said, what can I do? And I was like, what do you mean? She said, I just want to know what I can do for you.
Oh, my.
Do you want me to shop? Do you want me to volunteer? You want me to bring food? And I was like, I need a lot of things. Let me call you back after I process.
Yeah. First, let me clarify. You called me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she spent all day shopping for those babies who just arrived. And she called and said, do they need haircuts? I'm going to set up haircuts for them. I'm going to buy this and that. Do they need diapers? Let me go get diapers. And just over and above, know.
Yeah, Billy and I were out with a friend of the ranch a couple of weeks ago, and he's on the phone, he's talking to people, he's talking to us, and we're all still trying to figure out how we're going to get toys for 80 children. Mm-hmm. And then yesterday you're down at some car auction, Friends of the Ranch, and you posted they gave 60 bicycles and tricycles?
Yes.
60.
Dealers Auto Auction in Little Rock. We didn't even know that they were doing that. They just collected all these bikes, and our foster families don't even know about this yet. Yeah. But when they come to pick up their wish list,
they're getting a bike.
The whole driveway will be lined with bicycles for them to pick one.
Well, let me tell you how important that is to a kid. When I was a little boy, I was probably 6. My daddy bought a bicycle frame. And it was too tall for me, and they had 2 bars, and he cut the top bar off with a hacksaw.
Wow.
And my bicycle, and even then it was still too tall, I had to ride on that bottom rail to get to the pedals, and no fenders, no lights, no bell, none of that stuff. But man, was I thrilled with that bicycle. And so when I saw that yesterday,
And our donors are so generous.
Yeah.
Her friend that called and said, "What do y'all need?" She didn't just set up for the kids to get haircuts. The hairstylist contacted me and said, "Can I go to your house so you don't have to drive all the way to Little Rock?"
my word.
So that's just amazing to me, like that people, they're dropping off gifts and are asking, "What else can I do? Do y'all need anything else?" We'll go back. We'll ask other people. It's just the amount of generosity that has been shown to all of us as families and to all the kids. It's overwhelming. Some days we just cry because we're just like, "What else are you gonna do, Lord?" You know, we're so thankful.
Yeah. It's that, but there's always room for others to help because this is not just Second Chance Ranch and those serving in foster care throughout the state of Arkansas. This is not just a Christmas ministry.
No.
These 85 children, this revolving door of 85 children, is 24/7, 365.
Yes.
To quote Toby Mac. Our viewers may not know who that is because many of our viewers are your age. But it's year round.
Yes.
And so there is something for everyone to do.
Yes.
And they can, and there's still something to do this Christmas,
yes,
right?
Yes, that's one reason that there's not like a cutoff, you know, like we get lots of toy drives this time of year, and we save those toys for the whole year for families to use for
Incoming
birthday
children.
parties and for new kids that arrive. We have an angel tree fund that people can give to online, and that money, yes, we definitely use a good portion of it at Christmas, but we also use it. We bought a pair of soccer cleats yesterday with money that was given from last year's angel tree.
Yeah.
Things like that just come up. We just want to be ready to meet the need.
Yeah. Anything going on right now here, right as we edge so close to Christmas, right here at the last minute? What's maybe an immediate need beyond 60 bicycles and tricycles and the various things that our new kids need? Is there room for more children right now? Have we maxed out?
I think
right
we
now?
might have 2 spots available.
So it's
that we're-
potential 2 more children could
Possibly,
come.
yes, and we'll need something for, I mean, last year we had a sibling group of 3 arrive on Christmas morning, and I was able to call a volunteer, ask them to go over to our closet and shop for out of the extra that we had and take it and deliver it to those kids.
So there's always something for somebody to do.
Always.
And if
yes.
somebody gave $10 and we didn't need it right now, we might need it tomorrow
Yes.
or Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Yeah.
Absolutely, we save it and use it when the need arises.
Another thing that churches have done drives for us is gift cards.
Yeah.
Because like she said, maybe a child comes in overnight with nothing and we have a Walmart gift card and we may not have a toy or a shirt available in their size or to their liking, then we could go shop for that child's specific needs.
Yeah, that's what's so cool. Again, if you had those 2 spots filled before Christmas, and they will be, because we get calls and emails every day, you and your team immediately go out to the community and get brand new bed coverings and pillows and decorations just for that specific child.
Yes.
We're going to take a brief break. We'll be right back with the ladies.
A mission field around you is filled with young hearts needing a forever family. And at Second Chance Youth Ranch, our team is committed to providing healthy, stable, loving homes and families to hurting children in the Arkansas foster care system and those up for adoption. Please contact us if you feel the tug at your heart to help foster or adopt, and find out the steps you could take to help fulfill a child's lifelong dream. Maybe you can't foster or adopt, but you could help. The need for thousands of children in the system is staggering. But with the help of faithful partners and business alliances, we are meeting those needs right now. Would you help us make a difference? Every gift, regardless of size, impacts a child's life directly and helps provide for a home in the gap right now. Visit the Second Chance Youth Ranch website at 2CYR.org to read more, watch the stories, and to make a contribution for a hurting child's care. Monthly partners are needed, so please contact us right away. And as you partner with this ministry, you are partnering with the Heavenly Father that has promised to be Father to the fatherless. God bless you for helping Second Chance Youth Ranch.
Hey, welcome back to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. Our special guest, Liz Rosso. And Liz, what is your exact title? Because It don't matter what your title is, because we make people do way more than their title. Every job description says, and to do whatever is needed with a servant's heart. But
Real
what is your
small
title? What is your title?
Well, in January, I will be a foster parent here for 6 years. And for the past few years, I've been the foster care coordinator. So I help open and license new homes.
Now, previously, you had an employment down at the state capitol. Is that correct? Didn't you?
At the Attorney General's
At
office.
the Attorney General's office. Oh, it's nice to have friends in high places. And who was the Attorney General back then?
Leslie Rutledge.
And what is she doing now?
Lieutenant Governor?
Yeah, I think so.
Lieutenant Governor? Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you left that position
Yes, sir.
6 years ago, January,
Yes,
to
sir.
be a part of this awesome
Yes.
foster care ministry.
That's right. When God speaks, you
Did you do it
better say yes.
because your church had an awesome pastor, or because the ranch had an awesome director?
Yes.
Yes.
She chases down.
Yes.
Guilt people.
Yes, both? Yes, both of you above?
Yes.
So where do you attend church?
Right here, Family Church Bryant.
Family Church Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
And Daily Operation Director Rachel Hubbard, where do you and Billy attend?
Front row of Family Church Bryant.
Now, years ago, you and Billy had gotten married,
Mm-hmm.
been married just a little while, and if I remember right, and I know I do, you said, if we're going to raise a family, we need to get in church and get our
Mm-hmm.
lives really in alignment. And you and Billy came, his first time to come, and he walked out and said, this is where we need to go.
This is it. This is our home
You
church.
had been here as a preteen, or I know as a teen, but as a
Mm-hmm.
preteen
Yeah, probably like 11 or 12 I started coming.
to teen ministry on Wednesday nights.
Right, to teen
Did you ever
ministry.
go to children's
I
ministry?
did not.
Yeah.
I did not.
And who frequently came over on Wednesday nights when you were a little skinny teenage girl, 12 years old?
Pastor Perry was preaching as our youth pastor
Yeah,
all the time.
All the time. Even though I was the pastor of the church, I always came over and spoke to the youth.
You did.
And back then they were nice to me. Now I'm like the grumpy old grandpa that comes in.
We loved having you
Yeah.
come speak.
Somebody sent me a picture the other day, grumpy old vet. And I said, I may be grumpy and I may be a vet, but I am not old. Do not buy me that shirt. So what's going on at Second Chance Youth Ranch right now? We've got a couple of spots available. It's probable that the kids will be there for Christmas Day. So what's going on above and beyond and around, and what can we do for our community families? And what if somebody wants to be a foster parent, or they've always wanted to be, but they've talked themselves out of it?
There's always a reason that you can talk yourself out of it, but it's never really a good reason. These kids need somebody to say yes. And
How many kids?
there's about 4,000 kids or 3,500 kids in foster care right now.
And how many placement calls, emails do we get just on a given week?
I would say an average of about 5 a day, so maybe 25 or
30 a
sometimes
week?
more. Yeah.
5 times 7 would be 35, by the way. I just want to let you know.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, well, because Monday through Friday, 5, but we're not a Monday through Friday ministry, are we?
Nope. We get phone calls and emails and texts Saturday, Sunday, late
When we
at night.
when we say 24/7, we literally mean 24 hours a day,
Yes.
7 days a week.
Yes, absolutely.
People always ask, well, how long is a child in your care? Children that came last year, 2023, on Christmas Eve, where are they right now?
They're still with us.
Still with us.
Yeah, and a lot of times kids will stay 6 months to a year or longer. Now, the goal is not for children to linger in foster care. We
Yeah.
want them to move towards permanency with their bio family or an adoptive family, but we are here as long as they need us.
How many have we had in the last month or two that have moved on to either restoration with their family or to their forever adoptive family?
I would say you think
Whole
like
bunch.
10 to 15 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of movement
Yeah,
lately.
we celebrate that. Yeah. So what else is going on at Second Chance Youth Ranch right now at Christmas?
Well, we are counting lists, checking them twice. Like we said, we are providing Christmas for 150 kids, but I'm just super proud of the way that we do it. Our kids are not going to come to some big corporate event and open their gifts there. They're not just getting something delivered or dropped off at their house. Their foster parents have created a specific wish list of things that they love, that they want. And then our sponsors buy everything on that list. And if anything's missing, we scramble and we buy it. And then it gets wrapped and put under their tree for Christmas morning. we don't want it to be a charity case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We want it to just feel like a very normal Christmas morning.
We want them to see the packages under their tree, and their foster parents are going to pick the packages up Friday, right after this show airs at our pickup center,
They
our
are.
drop-off and pickup center, which I went by yesterday, and it's just full of and that wasn't even with the bicycles.
I know,
That
I know.
I'm just like, who calls and says, could y'all come over and pick up 60 bicycles? I'm like, oh my gosh,
amazing.
give me 5, give me 10, but 60.
I know.
I'm just blown away by the generosity of people throughout our faith community and the businesses and organizations. We get a phone call and somebody says, well, we just love y'all, and we want you to come pick up a check.
Yes, all the time.
I'm blown away.
Oh, I know.
See, I've been here from the beginning. I was here before you, and certainly before you, and prayerfully wondering, like Mary, when the angel came and said, you're going to have a baby, and she said, I haven't even been with a man. Wondering by faith, how are we going to do this? So y'all get the joy of doing it. I get the joy of the history, and just, of course, you've been with us
18 years.
18 years. And when you came, and you and Billy were foster parents for 7 teenage girls, and you've been married a few months, there were maybe maximum of 28 kids in our care.
Oh, I think 14. We had 2 open homes at that time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
it is, and it's just people. Like it's everybody doing a little something here and there, and then you multiply it, and like you just see the miracles.
Liz, tell me, a lot of people this time of year are talking about Santa. We don't make a big deal about Santa Claus and all that, but what role does Jesus play? You got 45 seconds. What role does Jesus play in the lives of our 85 kids, and plus the other 55 or 60 who are going to be receiving toys from our donors?
Yeah, I mean, it's about so much more than that. Our kids get prayed over. We pray with them over their families. And we count it as a special opportunity that while they're in our homes, they're going to know that Jesus is their Savior.
Oh, yeah.
That He loves them. That even if they leave our home, He's never going to leave them or forsake them. And we don't take that lightly. We really don't. It's a very unique opportunity for us to get to take these kids to church, to pray with them, and to help them heal, but to give them something eternal that will go with them no matter when they leave our homes. And so we take that very, very seriously, that whatever time they're with us, whether it's 2 years or 2 months, they're going to be covered in prayer, and they're going to know who their Savior is.
Jesus is the reason for the season at Second Chance Youth Ranch. We're going to take a brief break, watch a video, and we'll be right back.
Tell me what you're going to do Saturday.
I'm go skating and do tricks.
How do you feel about that?
Not good. I might fall down. I'm Aaron, I'm 10.
And what do you like to do for fun, Aaron?
Football and basketball and soccer. I'll grow up, I want to be a basketball player.
What is your favorite subject in school?
Math and science. My favorite food is rice.
Gotta look at him.
You got some moves, man.
Make a couple of your legs.
I want to be Spider-Man. I want to shoot webs
Why do you want to shoot webs?
because when I have villains, super villains, I can't wait to be adopted
Why?
because I want to go deer hunting, go duck hunting, and turkey hunting, go bowling, and play shooting. Is this too small?
No, you're the perfect size.
Watch me.
I'm watching. What kind of family do you want?
Mom and Dad and Grandma and Papa. I want a dog and a cat.
What do you want them to know about you, though?
I just want them to love on me. I just want to get adopted. I want to be Superman. I want to fly.
Hey, welcome back to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. You ladies know those Project Zero videos.
I know.
That they are so generous to let us share with our viewing audience. And we can't thank them enough. They are so beautifully done, and the stories of those children are so moving that it's really hard to watch those precious kids saying, I want somebody to be my mom and dad.
Yes.
And we are appreciative of Project Zero.
Absolutely.
And the founder of Project Zero,
Christy Irwin.
who's a dear friend of ours.
Yes.
And we just want to tell her thank you for doing what she does.
Yes.
And the beauty of fostering is we're not the only organization.
Right.
And
Thank
we're
goodness.
not on television just to promote what we're doing. We want to make sure that all foster agencies, all foster parents, all understand they're not in this alone.
Right.
Yes.
And anyone that's interested in fostering, they can contact the office or email or whatever, and probably end up talking to Liz.
Yes.
And Liz, what's it take to become a foster parent? Is there a cost, a charge, a requirement? Tell us about that.
We cover all the costs as an organization, so it's about $1,600 for us to open up a new home. That's background checks, training them. We want them
So
to
if
feel
somebody
prepared.
called and said, I want to open up a home, where's that $1,600 come from? Did they pay that, or is the
No,
organization?
Second Chance Ranch pays for it. All they have to do is fill out the paperwork and show up and be willing and
And-
go to church.
Yeah, and be involved in faith,
Yes.
and to be the type of home that would meet the requirements of DCFS,
Correct.
the Department of Children and
Family
Family
services.
So, what else? I want to be a foster parent. What do I need?
Yeah. Like I said, you have to be able to pass a background check. We want our families to be involved regularly in a church because faith is so important to us in teaching the kids
Do I have
about
to be
Jesus.
married?
No, we have a few single moms that foster out of their own home. And I would say you would have to live around the farthest 45 minutes from Bryant is the scope that we're
What
trying to
if
stay in.
we get a phone call from somebody from Jonesboro? Where would we direct them?
Like you said, we're not the only organization doing this. Arkansas Baptist Homes, there's other organizations, the call, that have a reach statewide. And so we would point them to whatever organization is closest to them.
You know, last week's show, I interviewed a gentleman, I think he is an administrator or something for the Southern Children's Home in Morrilton.
Oh,
I was in Branson to see the Christmas show just a few weeks ago. Sat down in the foyer beside an older gentleman, baseball hat, and he and I got to talking. He's from Oklahoma, retired military police from the Air Force, and I told him something about foster care for some reason. I don't know why I brought that up. And he said, oh, well, my family and my church in Oklahoma support the children's home in Morrilton.
Aww.
I said, I've interviewed him on my TV show.
That's awesome.
And then I turned the show on the other day, and he was just on the set.
That's so
I
fun.
just thought, what a
really
crazy
cool.
experience.
Yes.
So there are people all over that are involved.
Yes.
What else y'all want to share with the audience in regards to fostering, mentoring, adopting, opportunities to serve? What would happen if we received more income than we need right now, 2024? Where would that money go?
We would save it and use it when we need it.
For 2025.
Yes,
Yes.
there's all, with growth comes cost.
Yes.
And our goal right now, our really big target is to end the foster care crisis in Arkansas. And that looks like opening more homes and then supporting those homes really well so that they can stay open a long time and serve multiple kids in the system. And that is a complicated, expensive endeavor. And so there's always going to be new costs. The more we grow, the more it costs.
Yeah, and on my desk are the blueprints for a 3,900 square foot home. Just 3 weeks ago, someone in the community contacted us. They had been given a really large lot in Benton, near the Benton Convention Center where we have our annual banquet, and they determined they weren't going to use it for their nonprofit purposes, gave it to Second Chance Youth Ranch.
Amazing.
Yes.
And I am going to present it to the city of Benton and build 2 homes. And as a former professional contractor who built in Hot Springs, Benton, Bryant, Little Rock, West Little Rock, Maumelle, I contract those with no cost.
Right.
So whatever it costs to build is the only cost.
Yes.
And that would allow us, our goal is to build 2 of those homes next year, 2025, and that would allow us room for at least 12 more foster children.
Right.
So we are doing the best we can with the resources God's entrusted to
Yes,
us
sir.
to be a viable part of solving the crisis of foster care in Arkansas. Wouldn't it be great to come on television in 2025 Christmas and say, well, we just want to let you know that we have solved the problem of foster care in Arkansas. We no longer need your help.
Yes.
Kids are happy and homes are healed. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
I would love to be out of a job.
Yeah, wouldn't it be cool? I'd find a place for you though. So, because you're a school teacher, I,
I knew you were
going
to
to
say that.
And we always need people that know people at the Capitol to help us out. So, we got a couple of minutes. What do you want to share with the audience, Liz?
Yeah, I would say, like she said earlier, the money that we may not use right now will serve multiple purposes throughout the years.
Give us a
Most
couple.
of our families are 8 to 10, with all their children. And so even to go out, that's sometimes a privilege, to do an activity together, that costs money. So if we at all can help as an organization for them to take their kids to Magic Springs this summer, and that'll be the first time
How
those
would they
kids
get to
to go.
Magic Springs? Don't they have transportation?
Yes,
Yeah.
we have transit vans.
$60,000
yes,
van.
15 passenger vans.
Oh,
yes,
yes.
that we can load up all our kids and go wherever we want to go. We encourage our families to take a summer vacation with their kids, take them to the beach. Again, that's probably most kids' first time ever to the beach, but that costs money. To take a family of 8 or 10 or 12, it's probably going to be around $2,000. So there's other ways that's going to be used. That money is going to be used to give these kids a once-in-a-lifetime experience that they'll never forget.
Absolutely. Or they can go to Branson, or they can go to the zoo locally. I mean,
Yes,
there's so many
yes.
things that a family needs to do. Rachel, you got about 50 seconds. You want to look at the camera and tell people thank you?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Thank you, guys. I'll share just a really quick thing. We just got a new boy with us, and we were told that he's 17. Turns out he's 15, and he had no idea when his own birthday was. No idea. And that is the sort of thing that you guys are helping us fix. Forever, he will now be celebrated. He will be taken care of. He will know that he's special and valued.
Yeah.
And that's what y'all make possible. So
And a
thank
little
you.
boy we just got, after the 2 adults trafficking in drugs were arrested, and we get the little guy, and he knows no English, and we were able to place him in a Spanish-speaking home,
Yes.
and we're going to watch him blossom
Yes.
and be restored. That's the ministry of Second Chance Youth Ranch. That's why we do what we do.
Yes.
And we want to thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.